I just got back from 3 days in Quebec City, and I wanted to quickly show you what I packed in my backpack for this trip. Let's talk about the bag that I used for this trip. So I used the new Mode convertible 14-liter backpack from Pakt. They did get this bag for me to try, and I was so excited to try it out. You might already be familiar with Pakt. They made this backpack right here. This is one of their best sellers, the Pakt One Travel Backpack. It's one of their most popular bags. It opens clamshell style, so it's great for packing, great for a 1-week trip even, but the Mode convertible backpack that I used for this trip is a little different. And I would say it's more of like a modern day laptop backpack, which was great for me for this particular trip because this was only a 3-day trip and I was using it as a personal item. But this backpack is actually part of their larger ecosystem. And I've said this before, but I love an ecosystem. This is also, I think, one of the reasons why I'm a big fan of Cadence, because that is an ecosystem. Every item kind of works within the bigger system. I'm also an Apple girl. Apple's also built a really great ecosystem, but this backpack is actually part of their ecosystem. So it pairs really well with their Pakt One backpack and it can fit inside. They've also got a water bottle attachment that you can put on the side and also other pouches that you can put inside. So with that being said, let's get into what's heavy. What do I have in this bag? So I'll start with the outer part, and everything is made of recycled materials. So it's great. So there is a pouch at the bottom. There's a zipper here on the side, and inside of that zipper, I have got my wallet, just my regular everyday wallet that's got all my stuff in. And normally I don't bring my whole wallet with me on trips, but again, this was a 3-day trip. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I wasn't about to reinvent the wheel. I just threw my whole wallet in there. And then I've also got my passport case that's got all of my passports in here and also my global entry card, all of my travel documents that I might need. So that's what I've got in this first pocket here. Okay. Next, there is a zippered pocket up at the top. And in here, I have got my ear warmers. This is just very simple. I got it off Amazon for cheap. Honestly, I have a few winter essentials that I have no idea where I put them. My long johns, I have some earmuffs somewhere, can't find them. I have no idea where I put them. So I just got these, it's like a headband ear warmers. I think it's meant for fitness, but I used it for this trip. And then I've also got a pair of gloves. These are old. I've had these for a while. They're also not the greatest. But what I like about these gloves is that they've got that touch finger so that I can use my phone, but it doesn't work that well. So I need to replace these somehow, but I'm not going to do it right now. I've also got my hand warmers. I've got 2 hand warmers here. When I tell you, these hand warmers came in so handy for this trip. I'm so glad that I brought them. I actually think I'm going to buy a pair for my mom because my mom went with me on this trip. Her hands were cold and my feet were cold. These hand warmers came in so handy for this trip. They've got 3 different heat levels. And if you have a good pair of mittens and you toss these right down in there with the mittens and you can hold onto them if your hands get too cold, because it was very cold in Quebec City, but it was the type of cold where if you hold your hand out of your glove or your mitten for just 1 second too long, your hand would just be frozen. So these came in very handy. And then I have a pen here. You just never know when you're going to need a pen when you're traveling. So I've got that in there. And then there's a zippered pouch here and a key attachment. And I've just got my house keys here with my birdie alarm, an AirTag, and then my Apple AirPods here. That's what I've got in there. And then on this side, I've got, in this pocket here, I've got some travel sunglasses. These are prescription, so I didn't want to bring my regular glasses and sunglasses, so I just brought my prescription sunglasses. And these also came in very handy because, when you're out in the cold and there's a lot of snow, that snow is very reflective, and I just feel like I'll be squinting all day long. And then on top of that, I need glasses to see in to see long distance. So yeah, this was great because I was able to shield my eyes and also see long distance at the same time. So then let's move on to the main compartment. What I loved about using this backpack for this trip is it also forced me to bring less stuff. And so I was very strategic and conscious of the items that I was picking to bring on this trip. So let's move on to the main compartment. Okay, so inside the main compartment, I've got some mittens here. I actually bought these in Canada because I knew that I needed better gloves or better mittens. I was actually looking for some thicker gloves that had the touch effect. I couldn't find them, but I did find these mittens. And I am so happy that I bought these mittens. They were a little pricey, but they are so good. They kept my hands so warm, and I will keep them for a long time. So they're really great. And I love that they have this like cuff here. This just extends because you could tuck it under your sleeve or over your sleeve. So that was really great. So next I have my Apple AirPod Maxes, which honestly I didn't need to bring, but I'm so happy that I did because we had a lot of delays on this trip. We were delayed at the airport. We were delayed at the train station and I mean, not even like a 30-minute delay, an hour delay. No. Hours.
Ladies and gentlemen, for information, I don't have much information to give you for the moment. The second option would be to back up in order to turn the train around and use the other engine.
So I'm really happy that I had this because I was able to get some work done and I was able to, do a couple of things that I had been putting off. So these came in very handy. Next, I have this pouch. It's part of a 3-set pouch from Baggu. But the reason why I have this pouch is it doesn't have that much in it right now. Just some Blistex, some lens wipers, and some hand lotion. But I use this bag because there are a few essentials that I have in my my travel essentials bag. And when I'm not going to bring that entire thing when I'm out exploring the city. So I take what's essential and what's needed out of there and I put it in here in my tote bag when I'm just walking around exploring the city. So that's what this is for. That's why it's kind of half empty. And then in here, in this leather pouch, I've got my electronics for this trip. My laptop charger, phone charger, things like that. Camera charger is all in here. And of course I have my travel essentials bag. If you want to know what's inside this bag, then you can check out this video right here that I'm putting on the screen. But this bag I travel with pretty much every single trip, and it has all of my travel essentials inside. And then I also have my DJI Pocket 3 camera, which is what I use all the time, even outside of travel, but it's really great for travel because it's so small. And then right here, I have my laptop. So I know a lot of people don't travel with their laptop, but because I make content and I have to be honest with you, my laptop is more important to me than my phone. Yeah, pad is back here. So that was great. But yeah, it fits my laptop perfectly right in here. Oh, and also in this pocket, I've got a little souvenir that I bought in Quebec City. It is a copper bookmark that I bought. Oh my goodness. I love this. We did a tour while we were there. We went to a copper mill, and this is one of the souvenirs that I bought. It's absolutely beautiful. I had such a great time on that tour, but I have that in there. I need to take it out and start using it in my book. So that's it. That's what I brought in my backpack for this trip. But I wanted to touch on 3 things that I really enjoyed about using this bag for this trip. The first thing is the padded shoulder straps. The shoulder straps are padded, and when I tell you, as I'm getting older, just my back is just, I don't know what's going on. My back just cannot take a lot of pressure. My shoulders start to hurt, and this bag was great for that. My shoulders did not hurt. My back did not hurt, not once, carrying this backpack on this trip. Now, obviously I was bringing less stuff because the backpack is very thin and slim, but it was great. The second thing I really loved about this bag was the trolley sleeve. So there is a trolley sleeve on this bag. And like I said before, we had so many delays. So I really used this trolley travel pass-through like nobody's business because if I had to stand in the airport for a long time, if I had to stand in any area in the train station for a long time, I just used that trolley sleeve, slipped it right over my luggage, and it was great. Gave my back a rest, allowed me to be at least one hand free. It was great. So I utilized that a lot. That was actually one of my favorite parts about this bag, especially if you're going to use it as a personal item. And also another thing that I love about this bag is that it didn't feel clunky. Again, because it's only 14 liters, it forced me to bring less stuff. And it also made me realize how much extra stuff I bring on trips that I don't really need. And this was great as I felt like I had everything I needed, nothing more. It was light, it was easy, and it's also got a handle on the top and a handle on the side that I also utilized a lot. Now, it is slim, so if you're looking to bring a lot of extra things, this backpack might not be for you. I also did not have my travel water bottle with me on this trip, but I bought a water bottle, just like a regular water bottle, and was able to fit it in here, no problem. So it was great. It was able to hold everything I needed. Perfect. One more cool feature that I wanted to talk about regarding this bag before I go is that it is called the Mode Convertible Backpack for a reason, because it can transition from a backpack to a sling using the straps. So as you'll see on the back here, obviously you can have it in a two strap situation like a normal backpack, but you can also take one of these straps off and you can place it here in the middle, and you can wear it like a sling. You can take this one off. Yeah, you can take that strap off and you can place this in the center and make it a sling. So it's perfect. Now, I didn't use that for this trip because I already had some even smaller crossbody bag that I was using. But again, if you're doing like a day trip, honestly, like if our day trip that we went on was a bit longer, or if I was going on a hike and I was doing an outdoor adventure trip, you can easily convert this bag from a backpack to a sling. So I love that feature of this bag. So like I said, it's part of a larger ecosystem. It's versatile. It can move from backpack to sling. It's a great bag and I really, really enjoyed using it. But that is it. If you are curious about my trip to Quebec City and what I got up to, then definitely make sure you check out this video right here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.